Hi Taurus, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot. Welcome to your cards for January 2021. Just a quick note, I'm going to make these readings a lot shorter than I normally do. I do have a household full of COVID and actually a child with a broken foot, so it's been a stressful couple of weeks. Well, a stressful week to say the least. I'm starting to feel better. We're all starting to be a little bit more alive, but I get some coughing jags occasionally, so I'm gonna try to keep it in as few words as possible. Just so you know, I just want to go over a couple quick things with you, Taurus, and then we'll move on to these cards. This whole Uranus in your sign is about to really unleash itself in 2021. The liberation that you're about to feel, the freedom that you truly desire, these opportunities are going to come to the forefront. For a lot of us, we've been manifesting. Some of us more so through the contrast, you know, the lack, the not having, which has caused you to really concentrate on the things that you want. Some of us have operated in really disciplining our minds and staying in the positive and raising our vibrations. There's been some spiritual work, there's been shadow work, but nonetheless, every one of us has made some major changes. We're also beginning in 2021, it becomes a much more social atmosphere. We begin to realize how much our vibration affects others. We begin to manifest our soul tribe, the people that we're meant for. We're all starting brand new journeys. And so whatever it is that we've left behind in 2021, the relationships, the jobs, the projects, whatever it is that we left behind, 2021 says here's something to fill that empty space. Another relationship, another project, another opportunity. But in 2021, there is a form of liberation and revolution with it. There is definitely an ending of a certain mindset or a karmic pattern that we have in our lives, like the belief that we have to work 60 hours a week to survive, or we have to juggle all of this, or we have to be in certain partnerships, we have to live in certain areas. Like all of these other opportunities begin to emerge, and we're in a much more powerful place. So Uranus is going to start to ignite itself in this square. The square is to your 10th house. Saturn and Jupiter transiting there now, taking some relief off of that 9th house, which is why you've gained so much strength. It's been a discipline of how you think and what you believe and how that changes your life. And so Taurus is getting ready to reap those rewards. Now, honestly, this is really about your path, your destination, your legacy. It's 10th house. It's your reputation. It's about who you are to other people, what you'll be remembered for, okay? If we're really lucky in this lifetime, it has something to do with our career or, you know, oftentimes it's what we give to others. It's, like I said, it's how other people see you and remember you. You know, so if you are somebody who's even more behind the scenes, this is definitely the areas in your life. Maybe you are here just to lift spirits. Maybe you are here to teach people to play and enjoy life, or, you know, eat good food and love the abundance that you have in your life. And there's been so much of an improvement in really valuing who you are. It's all been such a process. Now your energy is coming out as the Emperor. Oddly enough, these first two cards out are the same exact energy that came out for Capricorn. However, it's a very different reading. So if you are connected to a Capricorn in some way, or if you have other Capricorn placements in your chart, Taurus, please pay attention to both readings. Now, the Emperor is your energy, which tells me that there is initiative, drive, and ambition. There's definitely the ability to follow your intuition. This is all about your spark. And when it comes back next to the forest, you know, this, I said the same thing to Capricorn. It's like the universe is inviting you on this journey. And it might be a somewhat strange journey. There might be some unresolved stuff, some facing your fears. You know, there's something that's very alluring and yet frightening about being lost in the forest. Maybe it's time for us to relinquish that control and just let the universe kind of take us down the path we're meant to go on. The oracle card here is communication is key, new moon in Gemini, and there's a lot of Gemini energy here. I think that you're going to be called to have the big conversations, Taurus. I kind of see you stirring this up in other people. Maybe you're inviting people on a journey. Maybe you're inviting people to join you or to deepen your commitment in some way. Maybe there's a spiritual journey, and I feel as though there's an accompaniment. I feel as though there's a search for partnership here. And I do think it's about having those deeper conversations, coming to terms, gathering the facts, gaining clarity. And a lot of it has to do with choices. Gemini is always choices. It's also curiosity. So maybe there's something that's kind of piquing your curiosity in the month of January. Now, this reading can kind of sound strange. I know it's already kind of feeling strange. Like there might be some pretty unusual situations that come up. There might be some unusual opportunities. Uranus always kind of brings something off the wall. It could be something that's very foreign, something that's unlike anything you've ever tried before, or kind of an opportunity of a lifetime. And maybe this is you kind of tuning in or being curious about what's being offered to you. I'm not sure if this is a full-on commitment, but there's definitely some serious consideration going on here. In your past, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Now, the thing is, I'm not sure if this is your energy or somebody that you were dealing with, Taurus, and the energy can also be vice versa. Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is fearful to make a commitment, fearful to make an investment. Now, this could be an investment in a relationship, an investment in a business. This could be a lot of feelings of inadequacy as well. There's a lack of confidence, a scarcity mindset, negative thought processes for sure. These are the kind of blockages that cause a person to not be able to excel or grow. Like this is the inability to plant a seed. There's no fertile ground for growth here. And with the Five of Pentacles, there's a feeling of abandonment. This can play out in a lot of different ways. Maybe there's a relationship that you left. Or that somebody was unable to make or offer a commitment at this time, causing a separation. And there's definitely triggering of those abandonment issues within you. Or maybe the person that you're dealing with has been triggered in some way. And sometimes we could do that. Sometimes we meet soulmates and people, you know, on our path that kind of trigger us to have to deal with this thing inside of us, this fear. Maybe we didn't even realize how what a hard time we had offering to make a commitment because of the fears within us. What if it doesn't work out? What if they change their mind? Gemini, what if I get bored? What if I don't want to stay? It's the feeling like you don't want to stay somewhere for a very long time. And actually, picking up on that need for a journey, a need to feel a different way. Now, the current situation is that of a Six of Cups and a Six of Wands. You do have a lot of sixes. Taurus, when you are hosting Uranus and we have this much going on in the sky, it's definitely right to assume that there's some divine intervention at play. That's what Uranus does. He clears paths like electric energy. He burns things down that are holding you back. He brings opportunities to the forefront that you never imagined. And the Six of Cups is all about imagination. It's all about something precious. And it's not about the desire or needing to own or consume anything with the Six of Cups. There's compassion and there's unconditional love, regardless of what anybody has to offer back. The Six of Cups can kind of embody that notion that you can give freely without the expectations. The Six of Wands is an energy of victory. I think that part of this is you kind of experiencing some of the initial feelings of the rewards that you reap from that Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter in your 9th house, from all that hard work that you've done, how you learn to kind of be in a place of gratefulness, even when your environment kind of didn't show that. Maybe you had a financial loss of some sort, or an emotional setback in a relationship, maybe a marriage that came to an end, or a long-term commitment, or a friendship. And this is your way of being grateful for the experience and acknowledging the growth. This is also where your heart starts to open. So you move from an element of fearfulness, inability to act, inability to make a commitment to yourself or to someone else because of the fear of it not working out. I don't want to change my career because I may not initially make as much money as I make now. May not be able to pay the bills. I may not be able to take care of people. And sometimes when we think that way, sometimes when we get in that mindset, the universe teaches us some pretty harsh lessons. If you're always worried about the worst case scenario happening, chances are the worst case scenario probably happened. And yet there's a part of you that's pretty amazed at your own strength to go through this. With your heart still open. Now, if this is a relationship or a job, and you have a lot of career aspects as well, and 10th house can always represent marriage to me as well. If this is a relationship from the past, there may be some new communication. Now, I don't see it as like a reconciliation. If there was reconciliation, it probably happened maybe in December. I see this Six of Cups and the Six of Wands right here underneath. The communication is key, new moon in Gemini. Gemini hosting the North Node in your 2nd house tells me this is a lot about your values. This is all about your self-worth, about how you feel about yourself is exactly what you attract towards you. And in some ways, I think you might have some sort of a very special connection or somebody who makes you feel really good about yourself. Somebody that's kind of played an important role in you healing and getting over this abandonment or this rejection of some sort. I get a lot of patience off of that Six of Cups, a lot of compassion and forgiveness. But with the Gemini card, it may be time to kind of verbalize that gratitude in some way. This card comes out next to this Between Worlds card, card number 3. I love this card because it's certainly indicative that you are in a transition. Overall, wow. Overall energy is a Six of Swords, another 6, divine intervention with the Two of Cups. And the Four of Cups. I am not sure you realize, Taurus, what a transition you are in. In fact, I think that there's been a complete surrender, a humbling almost with the Six of Cups and the Six of Wands. Somebody has humbled you or changed your perspective in some way. Between Worlds, this transition phase that you're in is really manifesting an entire new reality for you. And that's Uranus in the 1st, that's Saturn and Jupiter in the 10th. Like, these are some of the biggest placements. And I think the Taurus, the fixed sign hosting Uranus, is probably, oh, sorry guys, is probably the sign that's absolutely going to undergo the most change. The transition cards mean that you may have to operate in the unknown for a little bit, meaning there's no guarantees, okay? When there are no guarantees and you have cards in the past like this, it might be really easy to kind of slip back into that negative thought processes. I'm seeing that with a lot of my signs and a lot of readings this month. We're kind of get tested a little. We're getting tested into, let's make sure the foundations you laid, the lessons you learned in the 9th house, those belief systems, let's make sure they're sturdy, because we don't want to slip back into this. Your warning card for the month is that of the Three of Swords. And to me, this coming out underneath the Between Worlds means that there could be opportunities, there could be risks that you end up not taking out of fear of the Three of Swords. Indicative again of the ultimate underlying issue, which is that Five of Pentacles. Three of Swords means that you can't heal your heart unless you allow it to love again. You know? And Three of Swords in this position tells me that there's still a fear, there's still a wound, there's still a trigger within you, there's still something that says, yeah, but it's not really worth getting hurt, or it's not really worth risking hurting somebody else. There's a lot of thought here, but sometimes it's not useful thought. Sometimes it's really just assumptions. Assuming that somebody wouldn't return your feelings, assuming, you know, when you're in between worlds, like I said, there's operating from the darkness. Maybe there's things that you don't expect headed your way. And it's really important that you don't approach things from this Three of Swords place, this mental, logical place of all the things that go wrong. That's where you integrate your past experiences. People that didn't want to commit, people that rejected, people that left you, people that took advantage. It'll trigger that for sure. And if you're still wounded, if you haven't done that healing, it'll point out to you the work that you need to do. But this is also a card of Gemini, and that's a lot of Gemini energy telling you to be mutable. Stay open to the opportunities. The ultimate, the outcome is that of the Death card. Now, this is kind of that South Node, 8th house, allowing things to transform in your life. This is surrendering control and going with your heart. And these two cards are kind of the heart of the zodiac here. 6 of Cups is a Pisces Cancer, the heart, the soul, and Leo is the heart on the sleeve. It's communication. It's showing people who you are and what you love. If there's somebody that you are not sharing your feelings with, somebody that you're not being honest about how much you love or appreciate them in some way, it's probably the universe shoving you to do so at this time, to begin to express the things that you're grateful for, the things that you love. And this overall energy is quite beautiful. You're definitely headed towards alignment, probably with another. This is a soulmate. There's a lot about soulmates. Maybe you're transitioning from one relationship into the next. If that is the case, or if you are reconciling with somebody, if you've done the healing, if you've expressed yourself, if you have expressed the hurts, the pain, disappointment, if you're not following those old karmic habits of, you know, sweeping things under the rug or avoiding the real issue, then I see that you can very easily move towards calmer waters. But that 4 of Cups is telling you that you're being given an opportunity here. The universe is literally handing you a gift. There is an area in your life in which you require freedom and you require change, very Uranus. And the universe is giving you that opportunity, and I think that it's going to require that you lay down a lot of those burdens, whatever they are. And they see these burdens as these situations. And becoming a little bit more open to love and to people truly valuing you for who you are. Now, I do want to read the Between the Worlds card for you. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is a great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves a web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. All right, Gemini, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm starting to feel coughing coming on. I do hope you guys have a wonderful January. I'll be back mid-month for your love readings. And until then, take care. See you soon. Bye.